Planning for resources and developing the budget. Determining physical resource needs, what must exist. Physical resources are the non-people things the project needs to succeed. Ask what equipment is required, what materials must be bought, what space is needed, what systems or tools are required. Examples: rooms, vehicles, IT hardware, software licenses, signage, PPE, temporary infrastructure. PM rule, open quote, if it must be available on a specific day, it's a resource you must plan, close quote. Identifying resource needs beyond the obvious. Look wider than just stuff. Resource needs include people time, specialist skills, approvals, access to decision makers, supplier availability. PM insight, open quote, the rarest resource is often attention, not money, close quote. If a director must approve something, their availability is a resource. Understanding physical resources, availability and constraints. For each physical resource, ask, is it already owned or must it be sourced? Is it shared with other work? Are there lead times? Are there compliance requirements? Example, a lift engineer isn't just a person, they're a regulated, scheduled, limited resource. PM realism, open quote, a resource you don't control directly is a risk by default, close quote. Thinking a bit more about timing. Resources live in time. Resources are not just needed, they're needed at specific moments. Ask, when is this resource required? For how long? What happens if it's late? This avoids paying for things too early, booking people before prerequisites are ready, idle time and wasted cost. PM wisdom, open quote, the wrong timing turns sufficient resources into shortages. Close quote. Making sense of cost and budgets, what money is really doing. A budget isn't just a total, it's a story about cash, risk and control. Good budgets show where money goes, when it's needed, what it delivers. PM mindset, open quote, money is frozen decision making. This close quote, once spent options shrink, so timing matters. Looking at different types of project costs. Projects usually include several cost types. Direct costs, materials, contractors, equipment. Indirect costs, staff time, management overhead, shared services, one-off versus ongoing, purchase versus maintenance, setup versus running costs. Contingency, allowance for risk and uncertainty, PM clarity, open quote. If you don't name a cost type, it hides somewhere else. Close quote. Developing a project budget at 3 levels. This is key. Strong PMs think in layers. Level 1, summary for senior leaders, total cost. Headline categories, contingency purpose, decision making. Level 2, control for the PM, cost by stage, major items, timing, purpose, tracking and control. Level 3, detail for delivery, itemized estimates, assumptions, quotes, rates, purpose, accuracy, PM maturity, open quote. Different audiences need different levels of detail, close quote. Refining your budget through the stages. Budgets evolve. Early budgets are rough but fast. Later budgets are slower but accurate. As stages progress, uncertainty reduces, estimates tighten, risks become clearer. You should expect revisions, refinements, reapproval points. PM honesty, open quote, a budget that never changes probably isn't being looked at. Close quote. Creating a detailed budget estimate where confidence comes from. At detail level, break costs down logically, use real rates and quotes, state assumptions clearly, separate contingency. Example, labour 10 days at X. Materials based on supplier quote. Contingency 10 to 15% PM protection, open quote, a written assumption is armour. Close quote. It turns you were wrong into conditions changed. Avoiding drowning people in detail. This is political skill. Too much detail overwhelms decision makers, slows approvals, hides what matters. The trick, hold the detail, the summary, offer depth only if asked. PM elegance, open quote, control comes from having detail, not showing it, close quote, but pulling it all together. Good resource and budget planning, respects reality, protects delivery, builds trust, prevents blame. It allows you to say, open quote, here's what it will take, here's why, and here's where the risk sits. Close quote. That's senior level thinking.